with each other prior to marriage, your relationship is by far a lot greater. Your marriage has a better chance of succeeding down the long run. So that brings me into my first main point, which is the finances behind it. Now, when you move into each other, and of course it's going to be a big shock to each other. However, when you look at the finances behind it, you can split everything down the middle. So you actually get a chance of actually saving money, because you're not paying the full rent by yourself or utilities or whatever. Y'all have that agreement. You bring your part, I'll bring my part. And so with that, if you, according to www.sternslaw.com, finances are the second leading causes of divorce, which to me I definitely see. Because when me and my wife first started living together, I couldn't tell you where my finances were going because on the sneak tip, I had other females, I was sending money to, but when you live with each other, you get to learn that part about each other, and you get to learn better manage your money. So it's, to me, that right there, it strengthens your relationship because, you get to see how they manage their money, It's not fair if, both of y'all are in debt, but, you're on top of your debt, you make sure you pay everything on time, you're getting your debt down. Meanwhile, your girlfriend over here, she has debt, but she ain't paying on nothing, You're like, hey, did you pay this bill? About that. Yeah, I'll get to that next paycheck. It's not due until, next pay anyway. So yeah, we can splurge on this money. We're like, no, we can't. Go ahead and pay it now. Or pay half of it. That way when you get paid, you ain't got to pay that much,
Right.
But you don't learn that until you live with each other, And just by that, y'all talking about y'all's finances, you can better strengthen y'all's relationship, which then just takes me into my next main point, which is the strengths behind living with somebody before marriage, and, it goes back to, it's saying, the history and religious aspect of it, couples living together, like I said prior, are frowned upon, but I look at it as, I highly doubt me and my wife would be where we were today if we didn't live with each other, because we didn't get a chance to talk to each other about things when things came down, like, I don't know, you're driving down the road and you get a flat tire, if you call me on the phone, hey, yeah, I just got a flat. What you mean you just got a flat? What you doing? Well, you shouldn't have been out there anyway, you should have been at home. And it would never happen. But, you get to come into those type of scenarios where y'all can actually sit and talk it out and, figure out, okay, well, this is what happened, this is how we're going to fix it, As far as when you get married or you jump into a marriage, the first thing that happens, something like that happens, you're like, I can't deal with this person here, every time they go out, always something happens, Yeah. And so then, it's kind of like, well, I didn't have no control over it, why you mad at me? It just happened. But you, like I say, you got to live with them before you, get married. Couples that live together actually experience a better sense of appreciation of each other, which I find is very true, because I see how she does things as opposed to how I do things, and, it's kind of like, okay, well, I can see why you do that. I would have done it different, but, hey, it is what it is, And according to US Today and the Gallup poll, about 0.5% or 49% of the U.S. adults say partners who live together first are less likely to get divorced down the road when they get married. I find, which is very true, because I can tell you, there's no way. If me and my wife would have got married when we first met, we probably would have got divorced, 24 hours later, because there's things I couldn't tolerate, which then takes me into the living habits. The living habits to me is by far more important because, you get to see how are they clean as opposed to how you like things clean. And as I was raised, my mom always told me, when you go into a female's bathroom, there's certain things you should be able to see, like, okay, for its hygiene, If they ain't got the certain products, then it's gonna be like, nah, I can't talk to you. You ain't clean, Can't talk to you, so you gotta move on. So, it's the research suggests that cohabitation, which is living together before marriage, leads to marriage 1 out of 3 cases, according to Georgia D'Elia, which is an article I came across. And it was kind of interesting because it made me think, the simple things like the bed, I'm the type of person, when I get into bed, I like the sheets tucked. Bed has to be made. I know I'm gonna mess it up, but I like the bed made before I get into bed. Just because, I don't know, I like that tight feeling, getting there, it feels, I like that. For us, she tosses a grenade in the bed, let the sheets blow up, and then she hops in. And I'm like, I can't do that, I don't like going to sleep, I get all comfortable, and then my feet are sticking out at the bottom. It's like, no, I can't do that. I woke up before and you had to get out and make bed in the middle of her sleep. I'm like, I can't do this. No. Get back in. Yeah, I can do that. All right. It's just certain things. That's why it goes back to your living habits. Going into it, she likes the house clean just like I like the house clean. I got 3 dogs. When you walk into my house, I was brought up that you're supposed to see the dog, not smell the dog, And so like that, a lot of other couples I've had in the past, they had dogs and you walk in, like, you're gonna get that. I see a pile of shit over there. You're gonna get that, and it's just like, that just brings you back that, certain living habits, and it's crazy because if you learn habits, then you can see if they can be tolerated down the long run or if this is something that's gonna be a deal breaker. I know a lot of guys, they like their things a certain way. They see these gotta be in alphabetical order or color coded. They have, pillows gotta be set up a certain way. For some females, they're like, it's just a CD, who cares? Or it's just pillows, who cares? Who cares if they're color coded? It's like, no, I care. So that brings me back to it. It's so important, that you live with somebody before you jump into a marriage. Because a marriage is a big deal. That's something that, I said I do, we gonna ride this to the end. Plus, I don't want you to hit my credit. You ain't about to mess with mine, it's already, but that's just how I look at it. Which brings me into my conclusion, which is today, hopefully, I informed you on the positive aspect of living with somebody before marriage. And that, now that you can leave here out of this presentation, and you can tell the younger society, you can preach to them like, man, why don't you live with her first, before y'all jump into that marriage, because that's a big deal. You don't want to jump into a marriage and then 6 months later, y'all filing for divorce. It's kind of like, well, dang, why'd you waste your time? That's 6 months. You could have been in your place, she been in her place, and all right, we walk away, good. And so I'm hoping that, you actually were able to gain